Alright, let's get fucking going. Wait for all these people to move over. Oh, yes. Fuck me. Right, I'm a beginner. Forgive me, a stupid fucking mistake. Alright, kick it up into neutral. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Here we go. There you go. I'm definitely cutting this out. Definitely cutting all that out. There we go. Alright, here we go. Finally. Starting to Moto-Vlog. Let's see how this video goes. People turning in. And off we go. Woo. Alright. This is my first bloody YouTube video. I'm fucking excited. You can call me a Moomin Rider. That's right. Alright. So, I guess there's no perfect way to do this, but today I want to talk about everything you need to know that I have learned riding just under a year. So, I've been riding for just about under a year now. Probably going to title this video something along the lines of what you need an all-in. Okay, there you go. Okay, alright, so this is why you need an all-in mindset to start riding a motorcycle, as I have been learning and I've been understanding as I've been fucking riding. Wow, this is fucking terrible. Oh my god. Okay. Just gotta keep going. So, as you're riding a motorcycle, I do believe there are about 3 phases, okay? From what I understand. There is phase 1, the decision. Alright, this is the decision. So, I don't know who you are, but you probably just fucking, I don't know, saw a motorcycle on the road, or started watching YouTube videos, or what the hell ever. For me, it was that I was a huge car guy. My dream car was an Aston Martin Vantage or a DB11. At least, currently it still is, right? And it was. So, I was looking up all these 0 to 60 times on these fast fucking cars, being all, man, I can't wait. Or, I wish I could have one of these cars at some point in my life, you know what I mean? I was over here doing some serious logistics. I was over here like, how much would I have to make in a fucking year? Blah, 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 blah. You know, by what age can I be in an Aston Martin? I want one so fucking bad. Big James Bond fanboy here, okay? So, then, I don't know exactly how, I can't exactly remember how, but I stumbled onto some, you know, YouTube motorcycle video. And then I was like, huh, are bikes faster than cars, man? Which is a topic for a whole nother video. I'm not about to get into that. But I was fucking amazed to see how some of these bikes under $10,000, okay? Fucking 650 class motorcycles could dust most sports cars, and that just blew me away, okay? So that started my adventures about, I want to say about 2.5 years ago, okay? 2.5, 3 years ago, okay? And then it all just was a snowball effect. Next thing you know, I'm looking at how-to videos, blah, 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 blah. just couldn't stop watching YouTube videos, stumbled out onto Moto-Vlogs, blah blah blah, and I'll never fucking forget the smile on my face from watching just one simple YouTube video of this guy. I don't know, he was riding this old green Kawasaki, and he was like, this is literally how you just start riding, okay? And it was just like simple stuff, right? Like, it's not gonna fucking, alright, there we go. So it was just a simple video. It was just, you know, the bike's in neutral, you put it down into first, you slowly let out the clutch, put in some gas, and you start rolling down the street. It was a POV video, and I was just like, I fell in love. I fell in love. It's not even like the guy was going fast. He just started riding down the street, and I was like, I want one. I knew there and then. So, phase one, the decision. You either look into motorcycles and you're like, fuck no, that's stupid, it's dangerous, people who ride that are fucking idiots, you know, what have you. That's fine. If you don't want to get one on, then boom. I mean, that kind of already narrowed you out. And then you may be kind of this lukewarm person, right? You can be this lukewarm person. You're like, hey, I don't know if that shit's for me. I am interested. Maybe I'll look into it. Maybe I ought to give it a shot, you know? Now, at this phase, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But later on, I do believe that being lukewarm when it comes to this hobby is just straight wrong. I wouldn't recommend it at all. I mean, at the beginning of anything, there's the, is this for me? Should I give it a shot? So at that point, it's fine, okay? Or you're just a fan, okay? You've either been looking at this stuff for a while, you've been trying to get into this stuff for a while, whatever it may be. You just know you want one. You just absolutely fucking obsess over it, okay? Not to toot my own horn, but that was me. I was fucking all in. Oh, let's pump down. Oh, let's go. Alright, so that was me, okay? Like, I did not give a fuck. I knew there and then, I was like, I want one. I want one. I won't stop till I get one. I don't give a shit what mama says. I don't care if it's gonna get me killed. I don't give three fucking shits. I want it, okay? There's phase one, the decision. Phase two. This is the testing, okay? The testing. So, what do I mean? I mean, there's a bunch of bullshit. There's a bunch of bullshit. One, you've gotta, you know, take dumb fuck standardized testing. I hate standardized testing. Again, another video. But you have to take a standardized test. You will have to pull up this little pamphlet. You can find it online or whatever. You're gonna have to study for a test in which you are going to take a bunch of little questions on, you know, how to ride a motorcycle, the basics, the blinkers, what have you, you know, like lane positioning, all these basics about motorcycling, okay? You're gonna have to do that, all right? You're gonna have to go take a test. You're gonna have to, this is a test in a test, but going to the BMV, okay? I absolutely loathe going to the BMV, and so does everybody else, and obviously the workers there, they look like fucking zombies. Sorry if you work at the BMV, but this is true, okay? You gotta go there. You gotta take the test, okay? This, again, will break you down into some different kinds of people. You will take the test. You'll either pass or you're gonna fail. If you pass and you keep going, fantastic. If you fail, what kind of person are you? Are you, fuck this isn't for me? Okay, great, man, you're done. Are you lukewarm again? Are you like, man, I don't know, maybe I'll try one more time, what have you, right? Or are you just decisive? Are you just 100%, I don't give three shits, I'll take this till I pass it, I need this, okay? I need this, right? But then again, what kind of person are you, right? Like, what do you want? Are you in or are you out? You know, are you lukewarm? You know, you'll have to find that for yourself, but that's not done. You passed the test, cool, very nice, very nice. Now, there's more testing. You pass the test, fantastic. Now, you can either go and take a rider course, like an MFSF course, or you can do what I did, which is like, I went and took this like class at Harley, okay? It's a bit more expensive, But that's what I did. I went to Harley, I took this class, and I passed it. So you're gonna have to pay for a little class, some more expensive than others, but what have you, right? You're gonna have to take a class, and then you either pass or fail that. There's another fucking test, all right? I have quite the experiences during my like little Harley class, okay? Even within here, I learned so many different things, all right, about different people and the kind of mindset it kind of takes to ride, all right? So you've done your standardized bullshit testing, okay? Now you're at this course. At this course, they're gonna teach you how to ride, you know, clutch control, blah 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 blah. But this further tests you in a way that you may not understand. So let me be specific with what I'm talking about, okay? There were two dudes that just did not cut it out for riding, okay? Let me talk to you about the first guy. Listen, the guy, like, straight out, he was just overweight, okay? Like, he was just overweight. I don't know how else to put it. Like, the guy was a big guy, okay? And that brings me to another little point, okay? To ride a motorcycle, unless you've been doing it for a while, now you're kind of this like old man bopping around on a cruiser or whatnot, you have to, it is far more preferred that you are a fit individual, okay? I don't, it's just, you know, like, you just kind of have to be. You just kind of have to be. I'd say it's a pretty big recommendation. If you ask me, it's, you know, unless you're just, I don't know. You like, I feel like I'm trying not to offend people, but I also am a dude that just doesn't give a shit. Listen, don't be overweight. Be healthy. It's another thing. Like, how bad do you want a motorcycle, man? Like, are you kind of just unhealthy and shit right now? Like, I mean, I'm not, you don't have to be like a fucking triathlonist, omega goddamn athlete to ride a motorcycle, but it is far better when you're fit. And if you ask me, I do suggest you be fit when you're riding a motorcycle, okay? I don't think it's talked about a lot, but like, I'd almost say it's a requirement if you ask me. Like, if you're unhealthy, uncoordinated, I would, you know, I would check yourself on that. But this guy, when it got to the part of in the class where we were actually riding the motorcycles around, he just couldn't control the bike well, okay? Like, I don't know, like, I don't know how to say this without sounding like an asshole, but he was big to the point where, like, his weight got in the way, right? His fat was in the way. He couldn't, like, exactly turn the handlebars very well and be, like, fucking nimble and shit, you know what I mean? Like, he just couldn't do it. So, like, when it came time doing, like, U-turns and, like, weaves and shit, he just, everybody else in the class just outperformed him easily, okay? It got to the point where this guy just fell off the bike while we were, you know, like, doing shit. Like, he just, like, whiskey throttled it, and like have you, like, no, like, we were on these little, I think there were 500 cc's. There were these, like, little 500 cc street rods, right? And there was a limiter on it. You couldn't go faster than, like, about 20 miles an hour. The guy whiskey throttled, didn't stop whiskey throttling. He probably whiskey throttled, freaked out, bike jumped up. I don't know how he got a little street rod to do a wheelie, but he did it. He did a little wheelie, like a tiny one, freaked out, whiskey throttled again. The bike went like this, and then the guardrail on the side hit the ground, and then it just bopped around and he fell off, and then he was like, I'm done with this class, okay? I was sorry to see him go and all, but there's another thing. The second guy that failed out of our class, he was a lukewarm kind of guy. He was testing out the waters, okay? He was 1 foot in, 1 foot out with motorcycling. He was an elderly guy. He had never ridden a motorcycle before. This guy, I think, was in his, like, late 50s, okay? And he was just, you know, trying this out. Nothing wrong with that, perfectly fine. He got so just scared And you know, like his nerves were getting to him, and like the guy, when you were looking at him after he would do shit, this man was like physically shaking. Like he was just scared out of his mind, you know what I mean? I'm glad that guy waved back at me. Sometimes cruiser boys, they don't wave back at me, and it makes me real sad. I'm like, come on, man, we're all in this together. Why's it gotta be like that? Oh, alright. So there's that too, right? It's like, if you're getting started in this, man, I'm not saying you can't do it if you're too old. I'm not saying that, but hey, another one, what's up? Alright, so but it's like, you need to check yourself before doing this kind of thing. It's before you even swing a leg over a motorcycle, you will be tested. You will be tested. Everybody's gonna tell you it's fucking dangerous. You know that before you do it. Whatever. But I just need to share these stories with you, because it's not for everyone. You know what I mean? It's not for everyone. Okay? So there's the testing. Now, if you choose to go the route where you just take your standardized test, and then right after that you go train on a motorcycle, and then after that you go take a test at the BMV and pass that, that's fine. But that in and of itself is a fucking test, okay? I don't know about you, but it may be hard for some of you out there to even get your hands on a bike, to even like see if it's for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's difficult. It's difficult, and I get it. I was lucky enough to kind of, you know, ride a little bit on my girlfriend's friend's bike. You know, I was lucky she even had a friend that had a bike, but he let me ride on his mom's like Honda 250. And like right then and there, I knew, I was like, okay, you know, I'm like not too scared. I'm riding down these streets. This is fun. Got a big smile on my face. You know, and then after that, he let me ride his dad's 650. And I rode that bike. It was a bit more powerful. I still wasn't scared. I was going around doing my thing. I was like getting it quickly. He was like, yeah, dude, you're getting this. You're doing pretty well. Like, I was like, yeah, you know. So some people just kind of have this, you know, they're just kind of naturally better at it than some. I'm not tooting my own horn here being like, oh, I'm sweet. I'm not. I'm a fucking beginner. I'm probably not even rev matching perfectly, whatever. But, you know, like, how many of you out there have, like, I don't know, like someone's motorcycle that you can test out? Like, you know what I mean? It's just difficult that way, you know. I found, as I'm, another point, but like, I found that as I'm doing this, like as I was working my way to like getting my license and all this stuff, it's just taking people out before they even like really ride, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, shit, like, whatever. All right, so you get past all that stuff, all that shit, you get past all of it. Now there's phase 3. Okay, phase 3. This phase is called moolah. Motorcycling is not cheap. Hey, what's up? Motorcycling is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. You have lots of costs. You have the cost of the motorcycle. You have the cost of gasoline, which on a motorcycle is not too bad. So, I mean, maybe ignore that. But the cost of insurance, okay? The cost of maintenance. So many fucking costs. It is not cheap. It is not cheap. That there, in and of itself, is another test. Do you have the money? You may have to, again, check yourself. Do you need to get a better job? Do you need to cut back in other areas of your life? Do you need to cheap out somewhere else? Whatever you need to do. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to do all this right here if I didn't get a raise. I got a raise, like, almost just luckily, like, right as I was, like, starting my, like, venture into biking and shit. You know what I mean? I got my raise, and I was like, man, I can afford this bike and all this stuff. You know, so with me, it was almost like a bit of luck. But you may have to check yourself. You know, you really have to ask yourself, like, can I afford to do this sort of thing? This isn't an essential activity here in the US of A, mate. It's not essential. This is a hobby. People see this as a bloody toy. You know what I mean? Out there in Europe, it might be essential. You know, people see this as more as a serious vehicle. They may be using it to commute. But here in the States, it's a fucking hobby. Most people don't take it seriously. You see what I mean? So, most people are, you know, about in cars and shit. Also, am I European? I don't know. Am I American? I don't know. Oh. That was kind of that was me just being stupid, but whatever. I didn't know where he was going to turn left. I was slowing down, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, it costs a lot of money. There in and of itself, you may like have gotten your temps and all this stuff, and then your license, and then you may have this period of time where you don't even have a bike. You know what I mean? Just because like you can't afford it. It's another difficulty. Like, this hobby will truly test out to see if you will do whatever the fuck it takes. Oh shit. Damn, that was a big pothole right there. Woohoo. Jesus. Okay. This hobby will do whatever it takes to make sure you're about it. And at this phase, being lukewarm is not going to cut it, man. You kind of have to be all in. It takes a bit of dedication, dare I say, a bit of craziness to go all in with this sort of thing, because to most people this is so unnecessary, right? Like, people are gonna, you don't need to be on a bike, you don't need to be on a bike, you don't need all, whatever, right? Like, this is all you. This is all you. At this point, you're spending money, you've taken tests, you've gone through some dumb, annoying bullshit, you've gone to the BMB, the worst fucking place on this planet, right? It's hell, right? Like, so, I mean, there's all the testing that goes into this, alright? I'm not making this video to scare you, okay? At the end of this, you will find that it was 100% worth it to those that, you know, want to continue on with this hobby. It's 100% worth it. This hobby, now, from the, oh, I love fucking going in that curve. This hobby, from what I have noticed, unsurprisingly gives you an unparalleled sense of freedom, and just, this wind therapy is something else, man. It really fucking is. But it comes with a cost, and it's up to you to figure out if that cost is worth it to you. Now, it's kind of deep. I'm gonna let that sink in for just 1 second. Is the cost worth it to you? Hands down, it sure as hell is worth it to me, man. I wouldn't give this shit up for absolutely nothing. Nothing, mate. Fucking nothing. But yes, this has been a half-assed, fucking shitty little Moto-Vlog. Gotta have some more confidence. Whatever, cut me some slack. This is my first video. My first video. Hey. But yeah, guys. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna cut the video here. Well, I'm not gonna stop recording, but should I cut here? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll think of something else to say. I don't know. Oh, what a beautiful day! What a beautiful day out here. Oh. Man, I'll tell you something. As soon as you see a cop, your cheeks just clench. You're just like, oh, you just turn into a fucking statue on the bike. You're just like, oh shit. Oh shit, man. I've seen some YouTube videos, and it's like, I've never had trouble with cops in the, you know, about a year I've been riding. But I have seen some cops be so fucking obnoxious to bikers, man. I'm like, what the fuck is their problem sometimes? I just don't want to run into a fucking douchebag cop. Generally, I've had zero trouble. Zero trouble. I remember this one time I was on a highway, And oh, I saw this fucking guy on a bike. He was like, I think it was like on like a red Ninja. No, it wasn't a Ninja. What? Ninjas aren't red. Am I stupid? I don't know. He was on a red fucking sport bike. But I honestly don't even think he was going over the speed limit. I just see a cop come in from an exit, turn his like sirens on and shit. And this motorcyclist was not about that bullshit. And then he just fucking weaved through traffic and just got right off in like such a nimble way, like the cop just couldn't fucking get him. He didn't have enough time to like get him and like fuck. I was like, you are fucking salty. Yeah, yeah. Fuck you, mate. Fuck you, mate. But I'm about almost home here, mates. I hope to make a decent YouTube channel. I hope to see you next time. Have a good one. And I don't know. I'll see you next time. Peace out.